Welcome back, everyone, to our channel. That's Nikki, and I'm John.
Welcome back, everyone, to our channel. Today, we're going to be covering 2023 Thanksgiving.
A special time of year where you give thanks for all the things you got over the year, and you eat some turkey, or in this case, you slaughter some people.
Directed by Eli Roth, written by Jeff Rendell and Eli Roth. Cast includes Patrick Dempsey, Ty Olsson, Gina Gershon.
It does have a big cast, but a lot of people that aren't really that recognizable, except for, McDreamy, I think his name was, Grey's Anatomy. He's the biggest name in the whole movie.
Small town has a serial killer on the loose that likes to dress up like a pilgrim and go after people that were practically killers on Black Friday. I actually loved that Patrick Dempsey was the killer. I felt it. I kind of figured, but the whole twist of it is that he plays a cop and he was having an affair with some lady. She was pregnant and then she got killed in the Black Friday rush. So he wanted revenge on all the people involved and all the people's kids and whatever who's involved.
It didn't really matter what part of their family, as long as their family was involved, they were targets.
I personally, I thought that the makeup and the gore was the special effects makeup was quite good. I like that most. That was the most impressive thing that stood out to me. The acting was okay. I mean, it is a bunch of actors that I personally have not known yet, so being introduced to everybody but Gina Gershon and Patrick Dempsey because they were like Brat Pack era, so I know them. But I mean, all in all, I thought it was good. I mean, it's not something that's like, oh man, you got to see it, but it's definitely worth a watch if it's on or if you feel like, oh yeah, I want to see that. I think it's good. I think it has very good points to it.
Oh, absolutely. I think some of the
kills.
Those bloody murder scenes are done very well. Like even that opening scene when she gets her hair cut in the shopping cart and they pull it to the point that it rips her scalp off. I'm like, oh, I felt that. Ow. And at first you're like, okay, these people died, this happened, and all these things are happening at that time, and you're like, you kind of get the feeling, okay, the movie's obviously going to really take place next year based on what happened this year. But even then, it took me a while to figure out who the killer was, and I kind of guessed it at a certain point, like I think everyone does, but it was more the reason why he was the killer, and why was he choosing these people based on what had happened a year before. Once I found that out, that's like you're like, okay, because at first you're like, oh, you know who the killer is, but you're like, why the hell are you doing this,
right?
But then when you find that out, you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And of course they have the ending where he can't find him, his body's not found. And then I just hear that they're doing a sequel. So is he going to be in the sequel, or are we going to go a different route of different people?
I was kind of mad about that because, of course, these days you got to have a sequel. You really don't. Please. It's been done to death. And if you remake one more goddamn golden film, I'm going to be a little mad. Just a little bit. I mean, I personally there were so many. I mean, to me, there were so many red flags and so many arrows that it was Patrick Dempsey who was the killer. I mean, there were so many like John Carver statues where it just was like, oh, they're totally telling you it's him right there.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's kind of like a B movie, it wasn't bad.
No, it was very, very, I think very entertaining for like a B style story of a movie. But
yeah.
I think those are the best. Those are really the best kind of horror movies we're getting these days because let's face it, they can't write anything that's really that good anymore. So B-style horror movies are where it's at, but they just look better than B-style horror movies. Now they look great and have that mediocre story. Okay, I guess that's what we'll have to accept from now on. I don't know how excited I am for Thanksgiving 2. I don't really know what to expect from it because, like, if you've already told the whole story of why he was doing it in the first place, does he really want to get that revenge more on the few people he didn't get in the first round? Would he really, put himself at risk to go for another one, or are they going to do a completely different cast and different story, like kind of like American Horror Story style? Maybe that more I could get behind with a new group of people, a new storyline, a new killer, a new plot. Maybe is what they need to do and just keep the name as Thanksgiving. Is the same thing they wanted to do with Halloween,
Right. But I don't feel the need for it. I feel like it would be so I mean, I really can't say. I don't know what the works are for that script, but I mean, I just don't. Please just don't.
They're never going to give us anything new anymore because clearly they can't. We've noticed that in the last 10 years that they can't fucking come up with anything new. So if you're going to give me something that you've already done well, you better make it entertaining, gory as all hell so that I want to talk about it.
No, I agree. I just feel like there's such a plummet in ideas, or you have a shred of an idea that would be good and what the fans are looking for, but then you got some idiot guy producer with a lot of money that's like, no, you ain't doing it this way, you're doing it this way. If you want your movie pressed, you'll have that in it, you'll take that out. Go away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just give me something that I want to be like, okay, yeah, I definitely want to see that. Nothing.
Yeah, I hate it when a writer has a great idea and then the producer comes in and says, well, the company's not going to do that, but they'll do this. And then the writer just bows down to them because it's the only way their project's going to get made. You're stealing from the original material of what this was supposed to be in the first place, and it ruins it. And that happens all too often in most Hollywood movies these days.
Shooty scores.
I had scored this film at a 3.5. I believe that was the score. I still stand by it. I still think it's a very good film, even though it kind of has like that B movie feel to it. It's still like some of them could be like really cool, and that could be like your cult favorite. You know what I mean? So yeah, 3.5. I really thought it was good. Finally, something not terrible in the theater. I didn't waste my time on it.
And you know what's really funny is we did not plan this. I was giving it a 3.5 as well. I just wanted to hear what you were going to say first. It's one of the few times that we do pick the exact same rating because I also too found it fun, enjoyable, still a little predictable, but it was something that Hollywood is starting to go in the right direction with what they want to give us. And I mean, Eli Roth is a good writer and he's a good director. He does have some good ideas every now and then. I think this was a great one.
For our next episode, we're going to do a few trailer responses, first reaction videos. And then we have a little segment coming up called Big Fat Stoner Films.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I was going to say, I'm quite excited. I'm looking forward to that.
The reason behind the capitalization of being stoner movies is these are movies that you want to smoke a big old fat joint and then put in and watch and just lose yourself in this film. These are the movies that we'll be choosing for that category. And I tell you, there's going to be some doozies. And we might not agree on everything, but hey, that's the fun of conversation and that's the fun of Stoner and Lush. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Thank you, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.